Hey, what's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over rakeandprofit.com. And in this video, I want to share with you 10 books that I'm getting ready to sell on Amazon FBA for some pretty cool profits that I picked up at some thrift stores, at a garage sale, and I sourced quite a few of them on eBay to flip on Amazon FBA. So if you don't know who I am, my name's Steve Rakin. I've been selling on eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, all different types of places for 7 years. I actually quit my job working at the Cracker Barrel to sell bikes on Craigslist, moved on to eBay. Now I sell on eBay, Amazon, I do a bunch of different things. But in this video, I'm gonna analyze these 10 books for you so you can learn about kind of how I think about books in terms of when I'm sourcing them, when I'm analyzing them, what am I looking for, what type of profit margins, how much profits am I gonna make on these. So without further ado, let's dive right into this video. I'm going to be using a couple different apps. One of them is called ScoutIQ, right here. And the second one is the Amazon Seller app, okay? So the Amazon Seller app is 100% free. You can download it to your phone. Just go to Amazon Seller Central, download it. You can kind of go from there. ScoutIQ is a paid app, but it's much better. It gives you a lot more data, so on and so forth. So I am going to start off by using ScoutIQ. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the scan button. And there's a couple different ways that you could scan a book. You could scan it with the actual barcode, but this doesn't have it. Or you can, with ScoutIQ, you can actually scan it with the ISBN number, just like that. So when I scan it, it's actually saying it is a reject. The reason is because I actually paid $2 for it. This should give me a green sign now. Okay, perfect. And the cool thing about ScoutIQ is it'll give you a green go ahead and buy it or a red pass. So if I put this up to like $4, it would say reject. You could set up rules and parameters with the ScoutIQ scanning app, which will in turn, you know, when you scan a book, let you know, should you buy it, should you pick it, or should you pass on it, which is great. If you take a look at the e-score of 16, this means this book has had a sale 16 days out of the last 6 months, okay? So while this does have a 1.3 million rank, the e-score gives you much more of a story. It gives you much more of a sales history over a duration of time, which is 6 months. So this book right here, since I paid $2 for it, I'll make $6.73. So not a home run. I picked this up at Goodwill, and yeah, not a bad little score. This is a $2 book right here, as you can see. I'm going to scan this using the barcode scanner right here. And this has a 14 e-score, so this is sold 14 times over the last 6 months or 14 days of the sale. Paid $2, we'll make $7.88 profit. Not a huge home run. One of the things I don't like about this is the gap between the merchants at $6.74 and the FBA, which is at $19.98. That's a 300% premium. You can get away with this with the lower end books that are under $30, but once you start getting into books that are like 50, 70, 80 bucks, it's not as likely for a book to sell at $70 with the merchants at $20. It's possible. It happens all the time, especially during textbook season. But I like that gap to be 30% or lower for me to be able to justify getting that FBA price. But that's just a general rule of mine. Here's another one. It's called the Veselka Cookbook. Now, I'm going to actually use the Amazon Seller app for this, and I'm going to scan the cover. A lot of people don't know this, but you can use the Amazon Seller app to scan the cover. You could scan the barcode. You could also scan, looks like there's a little note in here. I didn't even see this. You can actually scan the cover as well, and sometimes that'll pick it up. Didn't really pick up the right one. Maybe this one will work. And that didn't work. So we'll just stick with what we know works right now, which is the barcode. This has a 1.1 million rank right here. $79. I don't love the merchant jump from 29 to 79. That's a huge jump. Could I get it? Possibly. Let's take a look at ScoutIQ and see what the e-score is. This has an e-score of 17, so it's moving. It's not the fastest. It's a little slow, but anything over 10 or at least 12 is decent. This means it has 17 days out of the last 6 months, out of the last 180 days that has had a sale. So 10% of the days this is selling at least one time right there. Now here's a book that I popped on. I think I paid $30 for this on eBay. and I'll scan the barcode. This has a 4 e-score, so this is only sold 4 times out of the last 6 months. So I'm gonna put in my buy cost. I think it came to $3,500 with tax, which means I'll make about $64. Now, keep in mind, 2 million rank. So this book hasn't sold in a while. A 4 e-score, it's only sold 4 times or 4 days with a sale over the last 6 months. I popped on this just because it was in great condition. It was a unique title. Textbook season is right here. There was a good amount of profit, 200% ROI that I could make on it. Will this sell? Maybe it will, maybe it won't, but I'm gonna give it a shot. But yeah, I like sourcing books on eBay. Here's another one that I sourced on eBay right here, construction contracts. I paid $15 for this, and I just used the Amazon seller app to scan the barcode. So what you can do is you can tap that $35.71, which is the payout, put in what you paid, and then it'll shoot back that. You can also put in, for me, it's, maybe 50 cents for the shipping, which means I would make about $20 profit. Now, what's the e-score on this? I'm going to go over to ScoutIQ, and another cool thing you can do is you can actually hit the scan button, hit the ISBN, and find the ISBN. It'll bring it up just like that. So with a $15 buy cost, oh, and I forgot to mention, does anybody see the error that occurred? This is how people lose money selling books using ScoutIQ. ScoutIQ has a poor feature that occurs maybe 10% of the time where it'll pull up the wrong listing, because people can create their own listings on Amazon. So when you use the Amazon seller app, you can select which listing you want to go after, which is usually the one that is like the lowest rank, right? That has the most people selling on it. It's the most active listing, but this pulled the wrong listing. You see how the cover is not the same as this? So what I would actually do is do this. Construction contracts, Indian edition, 3rd. Did a voiceover, found the right book. Here's the right book, 15 buy cost, 56 e-score, which means it sold 56 times over the last 6 months, 56 days with the sale, $20 profit. I'll double my money just by sitting at home. Here's another book. I think I paid $23 for this one on eBay, so I'm gonna move, and I'm just guessing on some of these. I know I paid somewhere between 20 and 25 on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use ScoutIQ to, let me hit the right thing, to pull this up. I'll make $13.50, not a home run, but again, I'll make almost a 50% ROI on my money just sitting at home sourcing textbooks. I use eFlip and I also use eBay. I don't use any software with eBay. I'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, this one's selling $51. Now that's acceptable. One of the things you could do, and a lot of people leave a lot of money on the table, is a lot of people just price the lowest. Well, when you have a book sub 100,000, especially moving into textbook season, you want to take a look at the competition. So the competition's at 51. There's a lot of people at 51, and then it jumps to 55, and then it jumps to 62. So depending on the velocity of this thing, which you can take a look at a Keepa chart. I'll put a picture on the screen. But a Keepa chart will tell you, if you pay for the premium, like the sales rank over time and the price fluctuations over time. So a lot of times you'll see this like kind of like this dip in sales rank. That means the sales rank's going down, and you'll see this, this almost like this volcano chart where it kind of like peaks out like this. The price is going up because the sales rank is going down. So you might be able to get $70 for this when the time comes. I'm not entirely sure what's new at. New's at 122, so there's definitely room. 104 FBA, there's definitely room to get it up to 70, 75, but I would have to take a look at the Keepa chart. Here's another book, paid $3.99, almost knocked over my water. I'm gonna scan this with ScoutIQ. It's rejecting it. Why is it rejecting it? Because I only paid $4 for it. It's rejecting it because it thinks I'm paying $23. Now that I changed that, $7.59, 18 e-score. We know that's sold 18 days out of 6 months, 751,000 rank. Not in love with the merchants being so low. Let me take a look at Amazon FBA just to see a little bit, or the Amazon seller app just to see what's going on. Oh, and one thing, you see how there's 2 listings here, one's restricted? That's for a digital ebook. So always make sure you're choosing the right one, especially if it's paperback or hardback. Hardcover, they could be different prices. They fluctuate greatly. So this is paperback, that's the right listing, $19.99, $10.24 minus 4, make about $6, $7 profit on that one. Also take a look to see where the other merchants are at. Jumps to $21.99. So definitely some opportunity to go up a little bit if I wanted to. Let's scan this book right here. Hands on Math, paid $3.99. This book is selling for $18.34 used, 24 new. Amazon's on it, so that's an appropriate price. If I tap that and type the $4, looks like it's about a $4 profit. Nothing crazy. If I scan it with ScoutIQ, I can get that eScore number, which I like. I've got the green accept button, 463 profit, 69 eScore. And check this one out. This is the 9th book I'm going to share with you. This was a jackpot score. Who would have thought this thing would be worth so much money? Check this out. I paid $4 for this. Boom, baby! 18 eScore, 169.21. This is called Rulers of Evil, Useful Knowledge About Governing Bodies. Yep, definitely a perfect topic for today's day of age with all the craziness going on. But really interesting right here. All right, so if we go over to eBay and we scan the barcode, a lot of times you might think to yourself, does this thing really sell for that much money? Boom, sold for $199 less than a month ago on eBay, and there's plenty of sales. So definitely a very interesting book right here, a jackpot score. And then last but not least, check this book out. You know, you might get really, really excited and say, oh, sweet, I found a textbook. This thing's going to make me a bunch of money. And then what you do, you scan the book just like that. Wow, 210K rank, 116 new. What's this thing going to be selling for? 40, 50, 60 bucks. Boom, 70 bucks. I'm a winner. What does that mean? You cannot sell this in used condition. It means you're restricted. So what can you do if a book's restricted? You got two options. Number one, you could sell it on eBay, which I do often. Or number two, you could use my buddy's service, restrictedinventory.com. It's a service where you put all your restricted books in a box, you ship it to restrictedinventory.com. They'll list it on their ungated account, and then they'll split it with you 50-50. Highly recommend their service. I send a bunch of books to them, so that's what I'm gonna do with that, and I'll make $20, $30 profit. So if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a big favor and smash that like button down below. If you want more videos on me analyzing and you wanna come deep down into my brain and learn how I'm doing what I'm doing, let me know in the comments. That was creepy. But with that being said, appreciate you, much love, smash that like button, and see you in the next one. Bye.